of the Catch Wrestling Alliance, where we help you elevate your grappling and together we keep real wrestling alive. I know it's the last podcast for the year, so thank you very much for checking it out. Um, yeah, it's been a year. We're having a lot of good things happening, especially with events and stuff. So kind of want to just keep everyone aware of what's going on and like what we've been doing and then what's going to happen in 2024 because it seems like we have a really good thing going at Fight Science MMA. So some of you have stopped by throughout the years to come train, actually throughout the year, right? Throughout 2023 to come train. It's great meeting people. So feel free to continue doing that. We're there every week, so you can always message us. And you don't have to become a member of the gym. You can always just drop in to train at Fight Science MMA. So that's gonna be ongoing. But with regards to Fight Science, we're going to just continue having matches there because like the facility expanded, so we have a great venue to have catch wrestling matches. Everyone really enjoyed the matches that we had a couple months ago, so we'll just continue doing that. And So you can see authentic catch wrestling because we have people adding points and making basically turning catch wrestling into jujitsu or some kind of amateur uh, something like amateur wrestling or whatever. So it doesn't really help the sport whatsoever. So we're just going to continue doing the real thing. And we're gonna get people who we have people who want to do the real thing who are really disappointed with all these different things going on with catch wrestling and the dilution of it and making it less effective and whatnot. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep doing it the traditional way. So uh, hopefully you enjoy seeing that, or if you want to participate in that, right? You can totally come participate. You come sign up for a match. We'll probably have the next event in February. It's looking like. So if you want to participate in that, just let us know. You can message us through like our Facebook page or our Instagram page, or I think even through our YouTube channel. I think the About page, it will give you some contact information. So it all, it should, there are many ways to contact us. So if you're going to be in the Los Angeles area, just let us know if you want to compete, and we'll make it happen. You're more than welcome to come compete, and it I'm pretty sure it's all going to be free unless the gym itself imposes something. So if you don't compete, that's totally fine. If you can watch the matches, because the matches will definitely be free on our YouTube channel. So that's what's going on. So hopefully you just continue just enjoying the content and keep watching or supporting. And but if you want to compete, if you want to do the real thing, seems like we're pretty much the only people doing it in North America. So help keep the sport alive the traditional way, no points. We will have a time limit, probably about 10 minutes. But if we get back to where we do the Gotch Worlds, then we can do it like how we did it with a 20-minute time limit. And so that would be fine. Probably, I guess, more in a way like ADCC, where they'll have. I think the like for the um, like the qualifiers, like the earlier matches, it's like 6 minutes, and then when you get to the final, it's a 20-minute limit. So we're doing, maybe we can do that, but we're still going to be doing longer than ADCC, but it'll be 10 minutes. Uh, yeah, so just hit us up. Also, we have new T-shirt designs. We just put them up. Our kind of like offensive post-apocalyptic turtle that we designed. So that's up in our T-shirt shop. You can definitely see that in so even probably if you're looking at us, if you're watching this video on YouTube, you can see the merchandise down below. So I'll definitely put that there so you can see. It's a really cool design, especially since people are they're discovering what in jiu-jitsu is called the turtle position, but it's just our defensive position in wrestling. In catch wrestling, you'll have a lot more attacks or escapes that you can do for or from that position. So it's never been like a taboo position, but because jujitsu is so popular, it's like on in Los Angeles, it's like on every corner. Um, so you get a lot of people that are just like really into the mythology of jujitsu. So they're believing the idea that giving your back is the worst thing ever, and when it's just not. So you know that's why we have the new design up. So it says turtle on the front, and then you'll see the design on the back. So we kind of mix some Japanese writing on it. The front has the traditional Chinese character for turtle, and then on the back has the Japanese katakana script on there. So it says catch on the back. So hopefully you like that one. We got a couple of more designs coming up. We should be releasing those probably in a week or so. Some traditional ones that are in English, right? So about the headlock and kind of like the common positions in catch wrestling. So we'll have like headlock one, toe hold one, double wrist lock one. So we'll be releasing those like probably in a week or so. And then what else we have coming up is hopefully you saw that collaboration I did with Drew Rice. He was from Daisy Fresh or Pedigo Submission Fighting here in Los Angeles. Um, so I want to continue doing some of those collaborations. Maybe next with some of the coaches at 10th Planet headquarters here in Los Angeles. So develop some really good relationships with all these people. So I want to try to show different perspectives of like grappling from these different people. So it's not, and I think people who are kind of like not like just going along with the mainstream jujitsu. And so what I mean by mainstream is just like like a tremendous amount of jujitsu schools follow the kind of like the IBJJF framework. So that's like the International Jiu-Jitsu Federation, and they follow those rules because like still like the IBJJF tournaments are very prestigious, right? They get tons of competitors. The World Championship is means a lot to a lot of people. So um, a lot of schools train to compete and win in those types of tournaments. So I want to bring on people who are jujitsu people, but who kind of like don't care about that kind of mainstream jujitsu stuff. So hopefully we can get some people on talking about like submission only, or like the mindset of submission only tournaments. Not caring about points, right? Not caring about kind of like just like the overall mainstream idea of jujitsu, because actually with regards to like 10th Planet, they were like the 10th Planet Olympics was going on in a way. It was the Gracie Nationals and Gracie Worlds. Those were organized by Rose Gracie, who one of the Gracie family members, who also felt the same way, that you know didn't like all the points and all these different things that were going on with the sport of jiu-jitsu. So she adopted the Eddie Bravo Invitational rules, and she made her own tournament. So that I think that's why it became like the 10th Planet, or I call it the 10th Planet Olympics, because um, they basically it was just a tournament full of all the 10th Planet practitioners from around the United States and the world and stuff. So unfortunately, she stopped having those. I think she only held them for maybe 2 or 3 years. Uh, so unfortunately, that's not happening. But at least the spirit remains, and then that spirit is also part of catch wrestling, where traditionally it was no points and no time limit. You go until someone wins, right? So we're keeping that spirit alive with our event, but I also want to bring people on who will talk about who have kind of the same spirit, but maybe come from different arts. And so I think one of the ones that's most comparable, of course, is jujitsu. And so like the submission only, no points advocates. So I'm gonna try to get some on, and then also too like more about competition mindset and stuff. So we're still gonna be doing those, because I think the whole idea of like having like the drill sergeant type coach, it's just been proven wrong with a lot of research, because there's a lot of research that goes into winning, right? So especially in other sports like football, American football, soccer, all these different major sports around the world, they want to win, right? So a lot of money was invested in finding out which type of coaching styles were the most effective. So I want to try to bring other people on who I think have a lot of good things, positive things to say when it comes to mindset. So you can, hear from them. So it's not just me saying the same thing over and over again, but having a more empathetic uh, coach, that's a more supportive coach. It actually has been proven to get you the best results in competition. So I want you to hear from other voices that maybe will put things in a different way than that I usually will say it. So maybe it'll resonate with you. So these are the things that I intend on having for everyone on our YouTube channel and our podcast for 2024. So we got a lot of cool things coming up, right? So competitions, new T-shirt designs, right? Hopefully we can get rash guards going, and then all these different guests that we'll have on, these different collaborations that we'll have on. Besides that, we're always going to be uh, at Fight Science MMA, but then also if you happen to be able to join the gym at UCLA or at the John Wooden Center, who is also another great coach that had like a whole dynasty, winning national championships for like 10 years. Um, we'll be at the John Wooden Center again. So right now they're on winter break at UCLA, but if you're a UCLA student or have access to the gym, there are ways for non-students to get in there, which we've seen several people join our class there. So I'll be teaching catch wrestling. Luckily, they even extended the class time, so we have plenty of time to go over a lot of fundamental stuff and to practice a lot of our technique, drilling, asking questions, doing all kinds of things, including, different types of what they call like dynamic timing drills, which is a lot, like, I guess their technical term for uh, like sparring and stuff. So you get a lot of time to we basically have a lot of time there. And then I'll teach several classes there. So they have me teaching like putting it together kind of like a MMA class. So where I mix a lot of the Chinese kickboxing, the Sanda, which is one of the best styles for MMA. We've seen it in several pro MMA competitions where you have like Zhang Wei Li in the UFC, and also Yan Xiaonan. So she also is winning in the UFC, but also you have plenty of other people from the Philippines. And what UFC also has like a woman from Brazil who is like the Brazilian Sanda champion, who just like destroyed her competition in her match a couple months ago. We even had a Sanda guy in Karate Combat who just knocked this guy out the other in their last event. So anyway, they have me teaching, kickboxing, MMA, several different things. So if at UCLA, you'd have plenty of chances to train in a lot of great things if you have the chance to go. But yeah, if your focus is on catch wrestling alone, totally fine. You can meet us at Fight Science MMA. If you're not in the Los Angeles area, if you happen to be on the East Coast of the United States, go to my buddy John Strickland in South Carolina, American Hook Wrestling. But also, you can train with us online on our CWA Academy, which is a fantastic resource. Not only do we have really great like fundamentals courses, but our community on there is fantastic. So it's just like a Discord server or whatever, but everyone can ask questions, and we put a ton extra with regards to like videos that answer your questions and stuff. So there's a lot there, and so the community itself makes it a huge value. Another thing that also just happened with regards to YouTube specifically. So YouTube just made the platform so that we can gift memberships to our YouTube channel there. So I'll look into that. So maybe we can gift a few more people membership. So say like if you just want to support us and you might not necessarily want to join the CWA Academy, maybe we can gift a couple memberships. I'll look into how it's done. I think people who I'll see how I'll see how it's done, and then maybe we can gift a few memberships because in our YouTube channel, in a way, it runs kind of like Patreon. So people who want to support the channel but maybe not want to become a full-on CWA Academy student, they can support us there, and they get access to a lot of extra videos. Also, they get access, or they get the ability to see videos like a day or so before we release them. Um, they get priority, like basically if you comment or anything, it'll show up like at the top of the comments and stuff. So um, there are a lot of cool perks there. Let me just think. Oh yeah, and also there's a lot of different tiers there. So if you click underneath any one of our videos where it says join, you can kind of see the tier list breakdown. And with that being said, we definitely want to thank the two main people. So it's uh, like Bill Cherry um, so I call him Manny Salazar but I think his name is written different on our YouTube. But anyway, we want to thank both of them for being, big time supporters of, in our membership. So, you really help out. Everything is appreciated. So, um, thank you very much. So with that being said, feel free to ask any questions right now, but just kind of giving everyone like the rundown of like what to expect for next year. Seems like we're gonna hit the ground running. Event in February. Authentic catch wrestling. Basically, the only organization doing authentic catch wrestling in North America. So at least authentic catch wrestling competitions. So feel free to, if you want to compete, just let us know if you're going to be in the Los Angeles area. Our last event had people from a few different gyms in Southern California. If you want, we had people express interest from different states and whatnot. So just let us know, so that we can get you a match basically. So so just let us know. So like I said, you can contact us through like our Instagram, I believe, through Facebook. I believe even on the about page of our YouTube channel, it has contact information. I'm sure you can even comment. Well, you probably don't want to comment your personal info on our like underneath this video. So chances are it will be seen if you message through like Facebook or through the information that they give on our about page on our YouTube channel. So if you happen to be like a CWA Academy member, um, and you're watching this or listening to this, and you want to compete, and you're going to be in the LA area, just message us through the community app that we have. So, uh, yeah, it's that easy, all right? So, a lot of people really like catch wrestling, so let's really help the authentic version to grow and not some, like watered down version. So, I really appreciate everyone's support. Let's help it's helped the sport, right? It's helped keep real wrestling alive. But the thing about that, and I think I want to also try to get some people on where that I've rolled with a lot. So like that's Drew, like Drew Rice, who we did the collab last week. I've rolled with him for months and months. So um, I wanted to try to get people on who are familiar with me. So I want to maybe even try to get some more people, who've rolled with me, and so they can kind of give that perspective where it's like people who come from more of a jujitsu background and how like what they feel is the difference of rolling with your average jiu-jitsu person as opposed to rolling with me. So I want to try to get those voices on as well. All right. So hopefully it's exciting to me at least, right? So hopefully it's exciting to you. We should have a lot of matches and a lot of interesting talks and stuff coming up. So hopefully you're there, you're along for the ride. We appreciate everyone. There's all the different ways to support us, and it just helps us bring more content to you that is like authentic catch wrestling. And so actually even it's good to mention every once in a while where uh, why am I doing this? Is this because I trained a lot in Wigan, years, 5 years competing there. Also, I trained privately with Billy Robinson in Arkansas. I've trained a lot with John Strickland. He had him out here in Los Angeles several times. You've seen some highlights and stuff from the times he's been out here. So, we care about the authentic version of the sport, and we're going to continue doing that. Also, if anybody has like questions or stuff you'd like to see, maybe I'll put a poll out on our YouTube channel, and maybe in our Twitter, right? Because they can do polls on there too. So, but mostly like our on our YouTube channel on the community tab, maybe I'll put some polls about like what you would like to see. If it's like more techniques or what kind of techniques and whatnot. So, if you see that while you're scrolling, just reply, click what you'd like to see, right? All right. So I guess with that being said, maybe we'll sign out. We'll let you enjoy your holiday. So happy New Year's to everyone, and we'll see you next year.